So I was recently listening to the Deloitte ACS Digital Pulse for 2020. There's some really great news about how the tech workforce will increase by over 150,000 in the next 5 years. However, one of the things which was a huge concern was diversity, specifically women in tech. In Australia, the 29% of the workforce are women. It also discussed about the underrepresentation in the older population and just generally requiring a lot more diversity. This was of great concern to the partner from Deloitte. So what's your experience of that and your thoughts on the importance of diversity?
I definitely, myself, prior to joining River City Labs, I actually was in corporate. And I was in tech, and I definitely faced a lot of biases when it came to actually being able to be my true self. And I've talked about this previously in other forums, but the reality is, as a female and a female of color, you have to present yourself a little bit different when you're in technology, because people don't receive you the way you would naturally present yourself. They want to see themselves. And I find that a lot of the barriers to entry in tech is how the environment is set up to not make people feel like they can be themselves. Therefore, they don't feel like they're a part of it. Therefore, they don't go into it. You know, technology for science, for mathematics, being a developer and the level of effort that you have to actually fit into a very male-dominated environment is quite challenging for females. Mm-hmm. They don't feel comfortable because often they either have to be like the man and represent and show up as that, and they have to minimize themselves, or they don't feel like they fit in, therefore they tap out. Typically, you know, going out for pizza and for beers is the typical known thing. That's what's promoted. Well, I'm sorry, what about a woman who's got children who doesn't want to go for beers and pizzas in the afternoon? But that's where the deals get done. That's where the conversations happen. So in order for us to change the numbers, we have to absolutely accept that the reality is women are different, men are different. We all know this from our personal relationships, right? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. But the reality is that's the same for the workplace. So approach them in a different way if we want the numbers to change. And I think more women like us who are talking about it and more women who are getting into those roles that have some level of influence and power have the opportunity to change the game.